Hey everybody, it is me, Vincent, coming to you from Universal Orlando once again. I am out here in City Walk, and it is the very first day that the Universal's Great Movie Escape is open to the public. This is something I've been very excited to experience for a very long time, and it is finally here. I have got tickets for both escape rooms that they have here, Back to the Future and Jurassic World. And I had you guys message me on Instagram to ask me any questions about Universal's latest entertainment offering out here in City Walk, and I'm excited to answer the questions, but I gotta do the experiences first. So let's head on inside and check out Universal's Great Movie Escape. All right, so I have checked in for my first escape room of the day. It is Back to the Future Out of Time. The lobby here is beautiful. It's very big, very spacious. This used to be a nightclub. It was called The Groove. You'd come in here and dance. I never went to that nightclub, so I didn't know what the space is like. It's very, very big in here, and it's already a little bit different than what I expected. The lobby area is super spacious, very pretty, very well done. There's lots of costumes of Doc Brown and the characters from Jurassic World. It's actually 2 bars, which I didn't expect. There's a bar down on the first floor, and there's a bar on the second floor. This thing is 2 floors. I checked in and immediately got sent into the waiting area for the Back to the Future game. I got my pre-safety video, which everybody's gonna get when you do one of the escape rooms here. And then they said, hey, meet us at the Back to the Future doors down over there at 11:55. So I'm actually gonna head back down the stairs and do my first game of the day. Now, it is important to say that Universal is not calling this an escape room. They're calling it an escape adventure, and that it's gonna be different than any other escape rooms that you've done before. So once I'm done here, I'm excited to tell you all about it. So let's head on down to Back to the Future Out of Time. So I just got out of the Back to the Future room Out of Time, and I gotta say, I really, really liked it. I really enjoyed that experience. That was super cool. It was like what I expected, but not entirely what I expected, and I'll explain. Actually, before anything, check out my super cool hat. I got some of their awesome merchandise here. This is the Great Movie Escape hat. I just think the logo is so cool, I had to have it on a hat. But anyway, back to the Future. This was a really, really cool escape room. It was an hour long. I got in at 12 o'clock. I was out by like 12:55. This is not like a normal escape room experience, okay? It wasn't just like you were in 1 or 2 rooms the entire time. You were going through different small rooms throughout the experience. Think like we went through like 6 or 7 or so different rooms, and it took about an hour to get through. So this isn't like an escape room in the sense of if the timer runs out and you don't get out, you have failed. You're not gonna fail this experience. This is definitely like a walkthrough puzzle adventure game. Like, obviously, you're not going to pay this much money to come to Universal and fail an escape room or go with your family and your kids and stuff like that, you know? So because of that, they've made it more of like an experience where you're walking through and a story is being told. And for the Back to the Future one, without getting into too many spoilers, it was super cool to be able to go through all these different iconic scenes and moments and areas from the Back to the Future movies. Universal Foodies asked if it was difficult. Not really. They're actually able to adjust the difficulty levels based on the group, so it should always be like right at your level. And you obviously get a lot of hints over the speakers and things like that. The main character that's taking you through the rooms will kind of pop in and say, hey, try this, or hey, try that if you need it. But it's not like super challenging to a point where you're like not gonna figure it out. D'Ambrosia asked, if you go solo, do you get sidelined with a bigger group? The way the pricing works for the escape rooms right now is that you either pay for a non-private spot or a private spot. I paid for a non-private because it's just me here. I paid about $50 to do this during the day. The price increases in the evening by about $10, and they grouped me with 5 other people. So I was in a room with 6 strangers, and luckily, in our particular instance, everyone was super cool. It was really great. We were all very cooperative. You know, I'm someone who can kind of operate on their own, and I'm able to get along with others and things like that. But I'm also a little extroverted where I can involve myself in an escape room or a situation like that. I think it's definitely something to keep in mind as well if you're someone who's maybe a little more reserved, or a little more shy, maybe don't feel comfortable being grouped with 5 other strangers. This experience might be a little challenging, but I also think it's cool enough and there's enough like special effects and story and things like that happening that if you just go in just to see all the sets and like lightly involve yourself with the puzzles, I think you'll have a pretty decent time anyway. And we'll see. I've only done one. Apparently the Jurassic World one is like different enough, so I'm excited to do that one a little bit later in the day. But so far with what I've seen, I really, really enjoy the Back to the Future one. It makes me want to watch the movies again. I love it. I also, if you probably haven't figured it out already, I actually got a little drink here. I knew there was going to be escape rooms. There's actually 2 full-service bars here at the Great Movie Escape that serve specialty mixed drinks themed to Back to the Future and Jurassic World. I have here a Gigawatt Glow. This is a vodka drink with blue, I can never say it right, curacao, Sprite and lime. Pretty simple stuff, just a blue vodka drink, but really great for some wonderful Florida weather to sit out here on the porch while I wait to do the Jurassic World escape room. The nice thing too about doing both escape rooms in one day is that I can just like step out of the building and get some wonderful lunch out here in City Walk. I did a quick pit stop into the City Walk Hot Dog Hall of Fame. If you've never been here before, this is a place where they have hot dogs from all the famous ballparks all around the United States. I got myself a delicious Detroit dog. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Just a good little thing to hold me over before I get ready to head into the next escape room, Jurassic World Escape. Okay, oh my gosh, just got out of the Jurassic World escape room and this was cool. It was different. It was different enough from the Back to the Future one, which is great. Kind of a little scary. You'll see what I'm talking about when you do it for yourself. But this one here, the Jurassic World one, felt more like an experience than like the game of Back to the Future. It still had some really fun game elements to it, but I think I liked the games. I don't know, actually. I don't know. It felt like the Jurassic World one was definitely a little bit more involved, and we had to communicate more with the people that were with me, which were fantastic, by the way. Very friendly people doing these games right now. This one is different enough where I think it's worth mentioning that while the Back to the Future one doesn't really have any like loud noises and isn't very startling, this one definitely has some spooky moments that will scare children and some adults, including myself. The 2 right now are kind of like at a really, really close draw for me as to which I would prefer and which I would recommend. I mean, obviously, I'd recommend both. I think if you're looking for more traditional escape room experience and something that I also think does fan service a lot better, it is Back to the Future. Back to the Future, without getting too much into it, takes you into different iconic scenes, and there are things that you will recognize from the Back to the Future series. The Jurassic World one is more like you're kind of going off on your own adventure, and there's some little ties to it, but there's not really that much fan service, or as much fan service as you would expect from an experience like this. Overall, both of the experiences have been really, really great. I had a great time going through both rooms. Now, time for the hard-hitting questions regarding the Great Movie Escape. The $50 question. Is this escape room experience worth $50? And I would say that it is. I'm also kind of like thinking with my theme park brain and understand like if it's in a theme park, it's going to be more expensive than it actually should normally be. You know, you're usually going to pay, 30 something dollars for an escape room experience. And this one you're paying $50 to be put in with strangers. But I think you're getting a really nice sort of higher quality escape room adventure versus like a traditional escape room anywhere out in Orlando. If you are one of those people who like loves escape rooms and your goal is to like knock through it as fast as you can, that's not going to happen here. A big problem with a lot of escape rooms is, would you do it again? And would I do this one again? Yeah, I don't think I would do it again so quickly on my own. I would probably wait until someone who has not experienced it wants to go, and I'd probably join them because I would like to see how different the solutions can be. That is an advertising point for them, is that the solutions and the way that you go about the puzzles in each of the rooms can be changed. Though, based off what I've seen inside, they can't be changed in like that exciting of a way. You're not going to come back here and get a completely different room. You're going to still be doing a lot of the same things you did before, just in different orders perhaps, or different priorities and things like that. But it's still a really cool experience. I think this was a very awesome addition to City Walk. I'd love to see what this looks like at night. I'm expecting this place to get very, very busy in the evening once the park closes and people are looking for things to do. So I would definitely recommend trying to buy your spots ahead of time. Someone asked if this was worth doing out in City Walk on an off day or instead of the mini golf or something like that, and I would say absolutely. I think this is the coolest thing you can do here. Forget mini golf, forget whatever they have at the hotel. Come here during the day, check out the great movie Escape. I think you'll be very, very pleased. I know people are going to have a lot of questions about the escape rooms. I will do my best to answer them in the comments down below, so please leave a comment. I've definitely missed something, okay? There's no way I covered it all in one go. I was just too busy having too much fun. Can you blame me? Brand new escape rooms here at Universal. I give them a thumbs up. I recommend checking them out. Between the two, it's kind of a little tied. I think right now I like the Back to the Future one a little bit more, but Jurassic World had a lot of very, very cool things going on in it. But until then, that is all I got. So thank you guys for watching another Vincent Vision. I hope you had fun having fun with me. I am going to get on out of here. Thank you guys for watching another Vincent Vision, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye.